Woodward heavyweights? What the is that? Who would watch that?
I'm both terribly disgusted and inspired.
Who the are these two dudes?
They're idiots!
Brother, I've been in this business a million years. I have no idea what the hell I just watched.
All right, how's it going, everybody? My name's Spencer. This is Easy. We are live here in the Better Rate Mortgage Studios at Woodward Sports for our first ever episode of Woodward Heavyweights. How you feeling today, Easy?
Like shit, you kind of bullied me into this
Hey,
a little
man,
bit.
We had to get it done. We told the people Friday. We got to give it to them Friday. You know,
Posting this Saturday and fuck this guy.
dude,
all right?
get out of here. How are you gonna say Friday in the whole video all week and I posted Saturday?
Because shit happens, Spence. All right.
All right, yeah,
This inaugural episode.
yeah.
We're the first show to do like a thing in here.
First show in Studio B.
They put champagne in here, bro.
They did. They gave us some little champ bottles.
My
Better courtesy of Better Rate Mortgage.
courtesy Better Rate Mortgage. Can I pop it though?
I don't know if you should pop it. You can open it.
Can I pop? I mean, because like
Don't do that.
no,
No, bro. You can't do.
is this popping kind of champagne?
All champagne is popping kind of champagne.
All right, let's fucking
Dude, don't shoot that shit
It's
everywhere.
episode 1, bro. It's inaugural.
Yeah, we got shit. We got cameras. We got mics. You're gonna get that shit all messed up. Just open it up. We'll drink it.
But I never
Oh,
popped.
it's not even pop. It's a screw off.
Then screw off mine. Oh fuck, it's okay.
Bro. You gotta take the little stopper off and then screw it up.
I know, but mine's popping right now. I gotta,
Yeah, because you shook it up like a dumbass, bro.
dude. All right, hold on. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Screw it off.
okay. Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights, baby.
Here we go. All right, first of all, let's tell the people a little bit about ourselves. We got to make them get to know us.
Yes.
So, my name's Spencer. I've been working here at Woodward Sports for about 3 months. I'm the producer for the Woodward Bets Show. A little bit about myself. I am the youngest, a family of 5. You know, I'm a black belt. You know, Easy hates on me for that because I got it when I was
I
like
hate on you. 13,
13, but you know, it still counts. 9 years of my life still counts. Big sports fan. Been a Detroit sports fan my whole life. Graduated from MSU in sports journalism and broadcasting. You know, former Division III IM champion in basketball. Shout out all the Mark Dogtonios out there. Hope you guys are watching the show.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I really love it here, man. I'm happy to join the Woodward Sports family. I love what we got going, and I'm really excited to get this podcast kicked off.
My name's Easy. I'm a piece of shit. Clearly,
Yeah. Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers. We might get fired for this, but it's an inaugural episode. I started podcasting in my basement. During quarantine, I was kind of motivated by the Kobe, his passing, kind of put things in perspective. You never really know.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. man. But you never really know when you can go. You can go at any moment. And the one thing he left, to the world, thankfully, was a legacy.
Yeah,
Legacy of hard work and pursuing your dream. And
for sure.
I mean, the main thing, hard work, but all that coupled with having a baby, I have a son, 2-year-old Bryson. Shout out
Bryson.
Shout out Bryson.
Shout out Baby Easy, Lil Easy.
But no, it's big inspiration.
Shout out Austin Rivers.
Yeah, Austin Rivers. Shout out my son, Austin Rivers. No, man, but I've been at Woodward Sports for a minute, man. I'm finally getting some FaceTime. We finally got Studio B.
Hell yeah.
My man Spence he's a clown, bro. I love this guy, so I was like, we gotta do podcasts.
We meshed
man.
well. We got good chemistry. Shout out Better Rate Mortgage for
Shout out.
sponsoring Woodward Sports Studio B. You know, they hooked it up in here.
Yes, sir.
Gave a lot of confidence to us, and we're hoping we can put on for them.
Yeah, and shout out their champagne too.
Shout out to Champagne, yeah.
Brute Rose. That's perfect for us.
Rosé.
Rose. Okay, Brute Rose.
It's a Brute Rose. All right, so let's just get into it. First thing we're going to bring you guys.
You want to set the tone for what this
we wanna
podcast is
set the
going to
tone.
be.
We want to set the tone, and we thought we'd give you guys a Mount Rushmore of hot sports moms. So we're not talking about moms that play sports. We're talking about sports players' moms. You know, we all know about the Delonte West story.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Oh,
and
yeah.
LeBron's mom, Braylon told us they were a thing. Like, they were going on dates. He was bringing her around the team. Like, Braylon said when he was in Cleveland, and, they would go to the club, and there'd be Cavaliers players there, and Delonte would be bringing LeBron's mom with him to the club, and it was awkward.
Not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
I
Legendary.
never believed that story because it was such like, there's no fucking way. This guy's like one of the biggest stars in the NBA, and this fucking 6 man is banging his mom, bro. Like what?
Dude, legendary move.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's not cool. You can't do that to a team.
Wait, so she's on your Mount Rushmore?
No, not a chance. Not
But
a
yeah,
chance.
I'm just started. She's on my Mount Rushmore. That's a freaky ass hoe.
LeBron's mom.
She does. That's a freaky bitch.
Bro.
She don't give a fuck.
All right.
She just wants to D.
All right. I have a little more taste with mine. My first one, Sonya Curry. She's got to be. Oh man. First of all, her and Dell just broke up, so she's out there.
Shoot your shot. Shoot a shoot.
Sonya, hook me up. You know
you like the light skinned fellas
let me
right
know.
here.
Yeah. No. She wants a little diversified portfolio. Dell did her dirty, but no, she's baddie, certified baddie, and she produced. Look, the greatest shooter of all time, undeniably greatest shooter of all time.
Do you think you guys birth like the greatest hockey player of all time? Like, what would you and Sonya produce?
I think we would produce a dog ass running back. We'd have Christian McCaffrey 2.0.
I'm with it.
But that's no. Sonya's she's got to be in my top spot.
Okay.
You got LeBron's mom. Who else you got?
In honor of not prepping, but also coming up with a topic.
We were supposed to record this 3 hours ago. All right, this guy.
Do you not hear my
This guy
fucking
Doc
voice,
Rivers
dude?
has been making excuses.
I'm
all week.
fucking dying. And Spencer's like, where the fuck you at, dude?
Yeah.
We fucking I'm fucking dude. I probably have COVID. You have COVID now,
Bro,
Hey,
it is what it is.
hey,
man.
shout out COVID.
Shout out, Cole.
Shout out COVID.
Shout out, give me 5 days off work.
Yo, mom too. Now I don't know preparation, and because I think you didn't pick this one.
All right.
Zach Wilson's mom.
Zach Wilson's mom. She was
Zach Wilson's
baddie.
mom's dying.
We saw her at the draft.
Yes. To be fair, like a lot of athletes have hot ass moms.
Is she a Mormon?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Never do that. Church girls,
that's
Church
not-
girls are freaky.
Yo, I had a Mormon actually try to recruit me before.
Yeah?
I was working at AT&T. She was not bad. It wasn't bad, but she walked in and she was like talking to me about it. And I'm an inquisitive guy. I ask questions. So I kept asking like bang multiple dudes. I'm just kidding. Say that.
Dude, no, that's polygamy.
Oh, okay.
That's not Mormon.
Oh,
That's
it's Mormon. Then I thought they married like 12 wives and shit.
no, that's polygamist. Mormon is just a religion. There are a lot of them in Utah.
I think Mormons have like multiple like partners though. No,
I don't think so.
dude, we have to Google it.
Somebody got to fact check us on
Man,
that.
it's
I'm
one-
like Sister Wives. You remember that show?
Yeah.
That's polygamists. Polygamists are the one you can marry a bunch of girls.
Look, hopefully by this time this comes out, when you guys comment down below and you tell us Spencer's a fucking idiot because he's wrong.
No, I'm almost 100% positive.
Well, no, hold on. You could be right.
I am. I know polygamists.
No, I know what polygamy is, but I'm saying like I think Mormons practice polygamy.
I don't think so.
I think like
I mean, dude, what else is there to do in Utah other than watch the Jazz and
practice polygamy.
have sex with a bunch of white chicks? I don't know. Utah doesn't have much to offer.
Anyway, she recruited me to like come to like sit down and learn about the religion and shit like that at her thing. So, but yeah.
Funny story about that. One time, me and my older brother Cole, we were chilling at home. I was really young at the time, probably like 11, 12. And it was just me and him there. And we got a knock on the door. And it was a Mormon, traveling the streets. Got the tie on, a white shirt, black tie.
Trying to bang you and your brother, bro.
That's because we got 30 minutes to hear about Lord Jesus Christ, the Savior, And so I walk up there, and me and my brother playing this out. I answer the door all sheepish. I crack the door open. I'm like, yes, hello? How can I help you? And my brother's sitting in the other room, and he just yells, he goes, boy, get back in here and bring me another beer. I shut the door, run back, and I look out the window, and this Mormon dude turns around and books it, running down our front yard.
Is that how your brother talks?
No. It was for the skit.
That's awesome.
It was
dude.
pretty funny.
That's pretty funny. That's legendary.
Okay, but to finish our Mount Rushmore,
Yes.
fourth, my second pick, I'm probably going to butcher her name.
I went to type in our Mormons polygamists. The second things are allowed to drink coffee. Are Mormons allowed to drink coffee?
But my second mom, Miriam Potterbin, Luka Doncic's mom. I know everybody saw her at the draft. She's a certified baddie. She's
Banging.
a German supermodel. She was a gymnast or something in Germany, and dude, she is fine. So we got to make a graphic. We got to get that Hot Mom Hall of Fame up.
We will.
We got to put that up. Show the people what they're missing.
We do it. We make it.
Yeah, I'll make it.
Put it on a Twitter page.
Yeah, for
Should
sure.
we make an Instagram?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Should we?
I don't know.
No.
If you guys if you recommend making Instagram, I guess let us know. But you can suck a dick because plural marriage is an official Mormon church practice since
Really?
1852.
Damn. All right. I didn't know
dude.
Mormons got down
Dude,
like that.
hey, listen.
Salt Lake City,
Your
man.
boy was a young freak, all right? I at one point, I'm not lying to you, dude. I looked up the religions and shit that practice that because I was like,
Oh, this might want.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck. Why would you
maybe,
not?
Maybe I want to be a Mormon. Shit.
Yeah.
I'll give myself a couple wives.
Exactly. I definitely pushed out of that meeting with that chick. She was big.
All right. Let's get into some Lions talk here.
Okay.
You know, Lions just came off a season. They went 3-13-1. You know, not the greatest showing, but
Yeah.
you know, with the roster they had, they got a rookie head coach, rookie GM, brand new coaching staff coming in. How did you feel about the Lions season overall?
We did this on BDE. I gave it a C-.
C minus?
There's still promising things there,
Yeah.
but ultimately at 3-13, it's got to be a bad grade, right? That's the failing
You
grade.
can't give them higher than
Exactly.
a C.
Technically, failing grade would be like an F or some shit,
Yeah,
but like,
for sure.
but because I'm a fucking fucking happy dipstick fan,
Yeah.
it made its way to I go D plus.
What pisses me off is before the season, I predicted the Lions to go 2-14-1. That is a fact. That's not cap. That is fact.
He did.
And
He pulled the receipts.
I pulled the receipt. I got the
Actually,
receipts.
send me the receipts and I'll put it in the post edit.
All right. And so, of course, they win the last game against the Packers
Piece of shit.
to lose out on the number 1 overall pick and to fuck up my prediction. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not mad that they won the game by any means.
I was with you for the last
We
game.
were there. We were
That's
getting
probably
rowdy.
where I got the Rona, to be honest with
Honestly, we were getting rowdy.
you. Yeah, we turned up.
Shout out Tin Roof.
Yeah.
You know, we had a good time.
Big facts.
But there are a lot of different things about this season that there are bright spots. Obviously, you know, what Dan Campbell did going forward, you saw the strides he made. You know he was going to be a leader of men. That's what they hired him for. They hired him for his energy. They hired him to get the locker room back and complete it because it was completely destroyed by Matt Patricia. But certain things people have been pointing out all year. Obviously, Amon-Ra had a great year. Penny Sewell had a great year.
Yeah.
But who I don't think is getting enough love is Amani Omoria. I think we needed somebody in that defensive backfield to step forward and, you know, be that alpha. Because Okuda, he got hurt. And last year, we all know about last year. And we needed someone to step up and get it done, and he did. He looked, when he was healthy, when he was playing, he looked like a lockdown corner. He was picking dudes off. He was making great ball plays. He leads the team in interceptions. But I just think he had such a good year, and I thought he should have been in the Pro Bowl this year.
I get it. Tough case when you're 3-13, though.
Yeah, but
And obviously that wasn't the case when the
it's not his fault.
No, for sure, but
The
it's
defense
like
played well, except for
I'm with you, but
Philly?
it's a hard sell. Is what I'm saying.
It's a hard sell for sure.
But no, I'm with you, dude. I like the Warrior even dating back to last year because the thing with him is like, I want to go as far as to call him a lockdown, but with the Warrior, again, going back to last year, it's like you didn't hear his name often.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing when you play the quarterback
Yeah,
position.
for sure.
When you're hearing your name a lot, I mean, it could be a good thing, I guess, if you're making interceptions, or you're just getting, you're getting fucked.
Yeah.
You're just getting, you know what I'm saying? So,
But I like him and Melifonwu. You know, the little amount we saw Melifonwu, I thought he looked pretty good,
yeah.
especially for a rookie. You know, I feel like that's the hardest position in the NFL to come into is defensive back.
100%.
Because you're going against these.
100%.
Every team has
the hardest
two
position.
Great wide receivers.
I think it's the hardest position to play in the NFL, maybe outside of quarterback.
Yeah, I would agree
Like,
with that.
bro,
you
you
can't
got-
do anything.
Dude, look at the caliber of athlete. You have to start running backwards
Yeah.
and stop them from just catching a football. Like, what?
And you can't put your hands on them. You can't hit them.
Yeah.
You know, it's gotten a lot harder too, especially
Lot
now
harder.
with refs calling everything for the offense. And that's what I like about Omowarie is his size. He's a big dude. Like he's not.
Hey, we love big dudes on the Heavyweight
we love
Podcast.
big dudes.
All right,
Shout out.
shout out big dudes. Grab your drink.
Grab your drink.
Shout out big dudes.
All right, but no, that's why I like. He's not. He's not a 5'10" corner. He's a solid. I think he's like 6'2".
Talking about Melifano?
No, Omari.
He's 6'2".
Yeah, he's a big guy,
Not no 6'2".
bro.
Yeah, pull out your fucking Juggle machine.
Yeah. How tall?
Melifano was a big boy, but
Melifonwu was big too.
my
I don't know. What
bright spots. Oh yeah, good luck spelling fucking Owarie, buddy.
It brought up Amari Stoudemire. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so what are your bright spots on that?
My bright spot. Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell.
Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell.
I'm gonna go off the field.
What about Aaron Glenn?
Aaron Glenn too, but that's part of Dan Campbell, right?
Okay.
Dan Campbell made the Aaron Glenn hire.
That's his guy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, Brad Holmes, the draft picks, obviously, we just talked about him, and we're, like, really proud of him.
Yeah.
Ross St. Brown, fucking stud, 4th round
Steal
pick.
of the draft.
Steal of the draft,
Steal of the
hands
draft.
down, got to be steal of the draft.
He had more catches than Jamar Chase.
That's fucking impressive. And, fun fact, everyone says the numbers. Here's one number they keep forgetting to bring up. He didn't start a game until, I want to say, week 5.
Yeah. And they didn't throw the ball to him until, week 8? He wasn't getting looks like that until the second half of the season.
1,000%.
Yeah. And that's what I like. What everybody's saying is he's not going to be your number one guy. He's not the prototypical number one receiver. He's not a Julio Jones. He's not a DeAndre Hopkins, which is, it's hard for your number one receiver to be a slot guy or to be an inside guy. But he's a Deebo Samuel-esque player. And if we can use him like the Niners use Deebo Samuel, I think that is huge. And obviously we've seen that. He had a rushing touchdown a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
They use him out of the backfield a lot. They use him on those sweeps. And I don't know. I like his upside a lot. Yes, I still think we need another wide receiver. If we get a number one wide receiver in the draft, we have Amon-Ra. We re-sign Josh Reynolds.
Oh, man, cannot wait for this draft.
And Quintez Cephas comes back and is healthy. Because I like Quintez Cephas.
Yeah.
I don't like him as a number one, but I like him as a 3. He's a solid receiver. He's a good possession receiver. Kind of reminds me of Anquan Bolden. Big dude, solid possession guy. Shout out Anquan Bolden. He played in Detroit for a little bit.
Shout out.
And but I think this receiving core for next year is going to be astronomically better than it was coming into this season, especially if Amon-Ra takes a step forward.
100%. I mean, heading into this season, man, I here at Woodward Sports, I was like, we should do a man on the street video where we interview people and we'll give them a T-shirt or something if they can name the Detroit Lions receiver room.
Yeah.
Because at that point, none of us fucking knew.
Honestly, I like Terrell Williams. Dude didn't play a game. I thought if he would have been on the team, he would have been our Josh Reynolds from the beginning of the year. He would have been the big body, deep threat guy.
He's good, dude. He just can't stay healthy.
He can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
And it is.
Shout out to him. He's one of my waiver wire pickups.
We all know Trinity Benson. Is that the worst move?
Yeah, Brad Holmes' worst move is Trinity Benson. Yes.
Trinity Benson.
Not terrible, though.
Not terrible. I mean,
it's not like we fucking like.
If he's returning kicks or returning punts next year, or at least doing something, I won't be mad about it. But.
It is what it is. What else do we have on the slate here?
All right. Next up. Well, first of all, let me shout out Derek Barnes. I love Derek Barnes. I think Derek Barnes is going to be a stud. He didn't play too well at the end of the year. He showed flashes though, but his size and his speed, I think he's going to be a great linebacker.
I think you're just giving everybody extra size right now.
No, Derek Barnes is a big
dude. No, he's not that big.
Derek Barnes is a big dude.
Buff, yeah. But
he's a linebacker. You don't need him to be 6'5".
He's like 2 inches taller than Tulloch.
No, that's not. Stephen Tulloch was short, dude.
All right, watch. Hey,
Derek Barnes is a good size.
Hey, who was right about the Mormons? All right,
yeah, that's true. You got me on the Mormons. All right,
we're come back and be fucking doubted and committed Mormons. Hey, I got my second wife this week. Congrats! Shout out,
shout out, Doc's second wife. So now we're gonna go to playoff predictions.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to pull up the schedule.
Yeah, pull up the schedule.
All right.
I'm gonna talk about something a lot of Lions fans don't want to hear. but something I believe in. I think the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl, man. I really do. It's their offense is just as good as any offense, if not better, that's remaining in the playoffs. They're the healthiest team coming in, and they're getting dudes back. They got Jair Alexander back. They got Whitney Merciless back.
His name's Wendy.
Whitney.
It's even worse.
His last name's Merciless, though. That kind of balances out. That's pretty savage
Yeah,
last
actually,
name.
yeah, it's true.
But
Raiders, Bengals.
Raiders, Bengals.
First wild card game of
Bengals.
the day.
Bengals.
Me too.
Yeah, I can't trust the Raiders.
Hey, yo, I fucking, by the way, yeah, Derek Carr reminds me of like,
I hate Derek Carr.
oh, me too,
I
bro.
hate Derek Carr.
Me too,
Not
bro.
as a person. Like, I'm sure he seems like a really nice
No,
guy.
dude, he's a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. But-
No, but I don't know. He doesn't do it for me.
dude, he's like a worse Matthew Stafford to me. He's like he don't want to be Matthew Stafford.
I
Yeah.
mean,
All right, yeah. And speaking of Matthew Stafford,
I
when I
love Josh Jacobs.
watch Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase,
Yeah.
reminds me of Calvin and Matt.
Really?
A little bit. A little bit.
Chemistry. This is the chemistry.
Yeah,
they
and
have,
in fact,
man.
yeah,
And it's just,
exactly. Fuck it.
fucking
Yeah,
Jamar's out there
exactly.
somewhere. Chuck that boy.
Fact.
Yeah.
And Jamar's like, I got you, Joe.
Dude, Jamar Chase. Remember how down people were on Jamar Chase?
Yeah, it was stupid.
Stupid. You know,
This took shit out of context.
He hadn't played football in a year.
Yeah. Dumb.
And, yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Those guys who doubted him aren't Mormons, all right? You guys have one wife.
That's got one wife.
Fucking losers, bro.
So, all right.
All right, next game. We talked with Ariel about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Bills, Pats.
Bills, Pats. I got the Bills, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin, our graphics guy, has a bet, $50 bet on Super Bowl prediction of Brady versus Belichick. He's got Bucks Pats. We'll pay him out like $750. He's had it in for some months now because he thinks it's all scripted, and so he thinks that would be,
Justin would think it's all.
he's
Yo,
a
we gotta get
conspiracy
Justin.
guy.
Yeah, he's a conspiracy guy. Yeah.
And so he thinks that would be, which it would be the highest watched Super Bowl of all time. If
Yeah.
it's Brady versus Belichick. And
Absolutely.
but I don't think the Pats are going to get past Buffalo. Especially, it's supposed to be freezing. It's supposed to be snowing. Mac Jones,
Last time, severe weather conditions.
dog. That's not going to happen
Bill
again.
Belichick forced that 7-year-old cack
That's not.
down McDermott's throat.
That's not going to happen again.
Why?
Because they threw the ball 3
Bill
times.
Belichick's the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to
Doesn't
count
mean
him
he
out.
has a better team. It doesn't mean he's going to win again throwing the ball 3 times.
All right. Look,
I love Josh Allen. I'm a big Josh Allen guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, heavyweight.
Josh Allen, yeah, he's a big dude.
He's a heavyweight. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's like been around this, an athletic, been around this. No, he's fucking actually just better than around this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like
Sorry.
a regular sized Kyler Murray. Like he's like if Kyler Murray wasn't a midget, it would be Josh Allen. Because
If you shot Kyler Murray the jumbo ray.
yeah, if you shot Kyler Murray the jumbo ray, he would be Josh Allen.
All right,
His arm, dude, is insane. He could throw it 70 yards like flat footed.
What I like about him too is when he runs that football, that boy's not afraid to put a
No,
shoulder down.
he seeks out contact.
He's a heavyweight.
He's not
bro.
running out of bounds.
And most like announcers, dude, I fucking love them and hate them, but because sometimes we're like, you don't want your quarterback doing that. No. But when Josh Allen does, it's like, you love it.
Kyle.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're going Bengals,
Bengals,
Bills. I might fall asleep. To be different.
The only thing is that scares me is the Bills don't have a
run game.
They don't have a running back. They got Devin Singletary,
Dude.
Zach Moss. Is Breida hurt?
Their leading rusher, I'm pretty fucking sure, is Josh Allen.
There probably is. I mean, I might be Singletary.
I'm gonna look it up actually.
But all right, who's next?
No, I want to look up this rushing thing.
All right.
All right, we'll cut this one. We'll cut it from here. Here. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I just got
Fuck them, bro.
30 minutes.
All right. So for shits and giggles,
Who's their leading rusher?
Devin Singletary.
Devin Singletary. Yeah, Devin Singletary is not bad, but he's small. He's not a banger. You know, he's not the Bills running backs that you know. He's not LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah.
He's not Marshawn Lynch. You know,
He's only got Josh Allen by 107 yards, which is kind of crazy.
that is pretty crazy.
But on to the next one. Let me pull up the rest of the schedule here. I apologize.
Yeah, who's next?
Eagles, Bucks, easy one.
Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
Eagles are streaks running the football. Bucks strength on
I
defense.
like
stopping
Jalen
the
Hurts,
run.
though. I like Jalen Hurts.
I like Jalen Hurts too.
He surprised me. I did not think he was going to be this good.
This game, I think, is going to be the game of the week. The next one, Sunday, 4:30, 49ers versus Cowboys.
Yeah, that's going to be a game of the week. I think the Cowboys are going to pull it off, though. I mean, everybody's taking the Niners. Oh, they're grit, they're grind. They're going to come in. Beastie said they're going to have leather jackets with switchblades on and ready
They try to
grind
copy
them
us,
out.
bro?
But the Cowboys are too good. They have too many weapons on offense and defense. I don't think the 49ers are going to be able to keep up with their passing attack. I just think, Jimmy Garoppolo's hurt, and he's not great when he's healthy. And I just think Dak is going to pick him apart, honestly. If they can keep him upright, which is a big ask, because that 49ers front seven is impressive.
I'm just so used to Cowboys having big expectations, only to shit the bed. And
They always choke.
always choke. On top of that, Kyle Shanahan's a good fucking coach.
Kyle Shanahan is a good coach.
I can see them.
And Mike McCarthy is not a good coach.
He's not a good coach. He got lucky with Aaron Rodgers, but I can see Shanahan controlling the clock with the run game, which he's known for. He's fucking sexy as fuck at it.
Yeah, and they have like 7 running backs. They have
Yeah.
so many running backs.
And they got Nick Bosa too.
Yeah.
For the Cowboys strings, fucking throwing that thing down there.
Well, they also have Zeke.
Pollard.
They also have Pollard.
What?
Yeah. And they have a great defense. Their defense is
Yes.
Mike McCarthy might suck, but Dan Quinn is a great defensive
He is a great defense coordinator. A lot of people forget he was part of the Legion of Boom.
Yeah, and he took
Atlanta.
Matt Ryan
Yeah.
to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Matt Ryan, another guy, overrated. Fuck him.
Yeah, Matt
Moving on. 8 o'clock game. Steelers, Chiefs.
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 We didn't got
Chiefs.
about that. Steelers are the worst team in the playoffs. They limped in. They shouldn't be there. If Sawyer's Colts didn't choke against the Jaguars,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
It's going to be a blowout. I could see it being 40-10.
All Detroit's going to be watching the next one. Monday Night Football. First
Yeah.
Monday Night playoff game in forever. Cardinals versus Rams. Rams are at home.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford, another opportunity to choke on a dick. Who you got?
I like Stafford. I'm a Stafford guy. I'm going to put that out there.
God damn it.
I'm a Stafford guy, man. I like Stafford. Although I hate the media circuits that followed him to L.A.
Uh-huh.
Making him, boo-hoo, Matt Stafford was trapped in Detroit, man. He had no help out there. That pissed me off because there were a lot of reasons that Stafford lost games for us. With all the games that he won for us, he was the reason we lost a lot of games as well.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, stop. That's not going to be your thing. I'm not going to let that be your
It's
thing.
going to be my thing.
But I think the Rams are going to win. I think
Oh.
the Rams defense, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, those are some dudes. Von Miller is a dude. And, yeah, Von Miller he looked good in their last game. He had a sack in their last game, but I don't know. I just think the Rams are rolling. Stafford could throw a couple picks, but I think they can still come back. Because what have the Cardinals done in the second half of the year? Lose to the Lions?
Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury, a little bit overrated. as coach.
Overrated, yeah.
Definitely overrated as coach to me.
No Hopkins?
No Hopkins. Sean McVay is going to fucking dick him down.
Yeah, I think the Rams are going to win.
He's going to dick him down as if he's a Mormon coming in and he's like the second girl at night. Like he's going to, it's going to be.
We got to get off this Mormon topic, bro.
All right, man. What's the next topic, man? We got playoff predictions.
As playoff predictions is over. All right,
Should we?
we got to go Detroit sports team. Which Detroit sports team do you
Man.
trust the most going forward?
This one, I get it's a topic and I get we're Detroit Network, right? And we had to touch on it, but it's just so obvious.
Really?
Yeah, it's Red Wings.
See, I'm not there with you.
Who you got?
I got the Tigers, man. I got the Tigers. The one thing that stands out for the Tigers over the Red Wings is A.J. Hinch. We have a great coach. A.J. Hinch is a great coach. And we brought up our young arms. We got Mize, Scooble, Manning. Those guys are throwing gas. We got some bats in the lineup now. We got Akil Baddoo. We got Eric Haas.
I'm not a big baseball guy. What makes him a great coach? Because to me, a manager in baseball, you're not doing much. These guys are just fucking doing shit they did their whole lives. You're making the lineups, yes, but like, what makes him a great coach?
Managers in baseball are so important, man. They set the matchups. They decide when to pull the pitcher, when to put it into different pitcher. They're telling people when to hit, what pitches to throw. They're really important, and AJ Hinch does a great job, especially because the grind of an MLB season, 162 games, you need somebody in there that's going to keep your guys going. It's going to keep these young guys focused. And obviously, AJ Hinch, everybody knows him for banging that trash can. But what he did last year impressed me so much because I thought this team was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And he found two guys that came in and were studs for us. Akil Baddoo and Eric Haas.
Tucker Barnhart they got now.
Yeah, Tucker Barnhart. They're going to have hopefully one of, if not both, Torkelson and Green come up next year. Shout out Eric Haas going deep off my boy Scott Bostic in high school. He's still shout out.
Should we just bring beers for the time
we should bring beers, yeah.
All right, we're doing that.
All right, so you said the Red Wings?
Yeah, it's easy. I don't even think it's got. Come on.
Yeah, it's
look at them now. They're on the cusp of the playoffs now.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. They're
Stevie White knows
what he's doing, man.
Dude, and like when I hear him in press conferences, you ever talk to someone really, really smart, and you're almost annoyed in the conversation because they know they think they're better than you.
Oh yeah,
they're real quiet. In his interviews, he's always like that.
It's the truth though. He knows what he's talking about.
And it is, and he's so confident in it. He built a championship organization in Tampa Bay.
Back-to-back champions.
Could have stayed, got his dick sucked, built a dynasty. But he's so confident in his ability. He's like,
and he loves the Red Wings, man.
And his love for the Red Wings. He's like, yo, I'm gonna go back to Detroit and do this for the D.
Yeah,
do this for Hockey Town. Like, what a fucking G.
Yeah, he's
and
a boss.
G in this instance stands for fucking genius.
The eyes are playing, man. I love that guy.
The eyes are playing, baby.
I just think that the Tigers they're one step ahead because they got the coach. I don't trust Blashill.
So,
as much as I trust AJ Hinch.
Who we trust more, yes, but championship first. It could be the Tigers. Baseball's weird.
I don't think either of them are going to get a championship.
Baseball to me too is also one of those things where it's
baseball comes out of left field, no pun intended. Sometimes you got a guy that sometimes it's like the Dodgers. Everybody thought the Dodgers were going to win the chip because they were fucking loaded this.
Do you remember Cleveland just got good out of nowhere?
Cleveland Steamers, man. Yeah.
It's just, and that's
Guardians.
What you don't see repeat champions. I don't think there's been a repeat champion since the 80s or 90s.
It's because it's a grind, man.
It's whoever gets hot at the end of the season.
Grind too.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of you.
Yep. All right.
Hall of Fame heavyweight. This is going to be one of our segments.
So this might switch up too, because this is episode 1. We're kicking shit. We're drinking shit.
Yeah. This guy's 4 hours late to record.
Dude, I have the Rona, bro.
I gotta record my other show in an hour.
Yeah, other show? Right here, bro.
Shout out Woodward Betts.
Just getting shot. Shout out Woodward Betts.
Shout out Woodward Betts. Those are the real heavyweights. Beer Beastie and Scott G. Rising. Those are my guys.
We definitely got one of those guys out here.
But all right, Hall of Fame heavyweight. We're gonna do this.
Are we highlighting heavyweights or Hall of Fame heavyweights?
Hall of Fame heavyweight. One guy.
We're just fucking putting them in the Hall of Fame right away.
It's our Hall of Fame.
Can't we just be like a highlight, heavyweight highlight?
No, they're Hall of Fame heavyweights.
I'm gonna call it a highlight.
Jordan Davis.
Yeah,
Jordan Davis. That guy is a monster.
Beast.
He's one of the biggest humans I've seen since Sean Oakman.
Fucking monsters.
He is a dog, and he literally a dog. Go Georgia!
I can't do it.
But they won the national championship. I voted against them. I had the Crimson Tide. I still think if Jameson Williams didn't get hurt,
oh, by the way,
Alabama probably would have pulled that out.
Shout out Woodward Betts. You were on the show that day.
Yeah.
You said that over in the first half, and I was like, what's this guy fucking saying right now?
Yeah.
It's like two of the best defenses in college football.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, give me the over for the first half.
Yeah, I thought they were going to come out swinging, man.
I was in the other room like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But no, Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis, dude.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis. Hall of Fame heavyweight. I think the guy's going to be a stud.
Yeah.
He's a monster. He's a man. And I think that's going to translate well into the NFL.
Speaking of men, the man, the myth,
the GOAT,
Ariel Helwani.
Ariel Helwani.
He joins us for episode 1.
First episode, we got the GOAT.
The fucking GOAT, man. And we're going to bring that one to you here, too. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Thank you so fucking much for just sitting here and listening to us bullshit for fucking
thank you.
However long this has been.
We appreciate it.
Yes.
Come back and join us.
Yes. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Hit
share.
The subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, WHW Pod.
Yes. And if highlight heavyweight is better than Hall of Fame heavyweight,
no.
Comment down below.
Yeah.
What do you guys? Hey, if you guys anything that you want us to talk about, hit us up on Twitter
Let us know.
sure.
DMs are open.
all day.
Yeah, let us
All
know what
day.
you guys want to hear about.
Mormon
We'll talk
ladies,
about it more.
DMs are open.
But shout out Easy,
Shout out Spence.
and we'll see you guys next week.
Ariel, you're hands down the goat of MMA journalism. It's been that way for a very, very long time. As someone aspiring to break into the game and stay half as long as you have, any tips and how do you do it? Because you're like a madman. You run shows on YouTube and then you're back to Spotify, back and forth with the Ringer. Like, how do you do it? And any tips for guys like us?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. There's actually 6 of me, so that's how I'm able to do it. No, I don't know, man. I think I got my work ethic from my dad. He was a crazy worker when I was growing up. Thank God he's still alive, but I would witness him like leave home to go to work at 7 and come home at 7 and work till 10 and then go to sleep and do it all over again. And I think ultimately when you love what you do, you know, you're going to be pumped to work and it doesn't truly feel like work. So it's a fun sport to cover. I would urge you, if you want to be an MMA journalist, to go in and become one, because there's a lot of great opportunities. It's still a young sport that's in its infancy. And I feel like it's a sport where there's a great amount of opportunities to talk to fighters. You know, you don't have to go through teams and a ton of PR people. Like, you can hit up someone right now and there's a chance they may reply to you. I mean, that's how I started. I used to hit people up on MySpace and they would reply to me. And it was incredible. Like, after a while, it was GSP and it was Chuck Liddell and it was Tito Ortiz. It was all these people who were, replying to me. I was like, holy crap, this is 2006 when they were huge stars. So, just go for it, be professional, reach out to people. Honestly, one thing that really helped me early on was anytime I had an interview with someone, like let's say I was talking to GSP for the first time or Chuck Liddell for the first time, kept them long. I always kept them for like 15, 20 minutes because I wanted them to remember that, like, hey, this guy didn't take a lot of my time. I'm going to have him, next time he reaches out, I'll do the interview with him. And you keep building up that trust. So little tricks of the trade, but it's a very fun sport to be a part of and to cover. And I would urge anyone, if they want to be an MMA journalist, to go for it.
As a father, just real quick, how do you balance that with the family life?
That's a tremendous question, my man. I don't even know if I have the answer to the question just yet, because I still feel like I don't do a great job of shutting off. Like, I would love to shut off at 6, right? But as you know, the news never sleeps. They don't care about my timeline or my schedule or your schedule. Like, it just happens. I think I've gotten better at it. And I think that my kids and my wife have actually saved my life. And what I mean by that is, I'm a very obsessive person. I'm a very intense person. I'm a very impulsive person. And I think that by having balance and by having kids and by having perspective, which kids bring you, and balance that they bring you, and, distractions, like you can't be sitting at home and looking at Twitter all night, and you can't be scrolling through Instagram because your kid needs a bath, or your kid needs to eat, or your kid needs help with homework. And so I actually think that if I was single with no kids, and I could have easily gone down that path because I was so obsessive by my job, thank God I didn't, I think I would be a lot unhealthier in the head and in the spirit and in the body and the mind. So the kids actually help me take breaks. They help me perspective. They help me gain balance. So it's actually not as hard as one may think, but you do have to work at it in terms of not letting the job consume you.
Yeah. So speaking on that, you said you're a perfectionist, and this is obviously what you love to do. So how would someone like you cope with messing up? How do you put something like that behind you and just keep moving forward?
By the way, it's a sweet shirt that you're rocking.
Thanks. That's my boy, Mello. Shout him out.
Mello's my guy too. I was in Syracuse, by the way, when they won the national championship in 2003. So I've always backed Mello, and I've never appreciated the Mello slander. And I was very excited when they traded for him, and he'll always be an all-time great in my mind. Yes, I have been very hard on myself. I've never done a show where I was happy with my performance. I've always been upset. I've always been hard on myself. I've always said, "Oh, you freaking idiot. You blew it. You messed up." I've always been just annoyed. And that's probably not the best thing, but it's also probably been like an engine for my career, like to try to do better, to keep on going, to keep on going. So I don't know. It's a thing where you try your best to be perfect and you try your best to be as good as you can be. And you try not to be too hard on yourself when you do mess up, because I feel like I mess up every single time I do a show. I mean, I'm literally off a show right now talking to you guys, and I feel like I messed up. And I'm mad at myself. I'm mad that I messed up. And so, I don't know. I've been doing this a long time now, and I'm no grizzled veteran, but, enough years, over a decade. And I still haven't had that one show, that one interview, that one whatever, where I was like, you nailed it. Great job. There's nothing to be mad at. I hope that day comes, but I haven't found it yet.
Yeah, it's just about learning from your mistakes and keep going forward. And Melo,
That's right.
he's one of my favorites of all time. I got 3 jerseys. This one, I got another Knicks one, I got an OKC one, and I just got a Syracuse one. So that's my
Sick.
boy.
The OKC years were a little weird,
Yeah.
but not as weird as the Houston years.
Or the Hawks. He played for the Hawks for like 12 hours.
Oh, that's
I think.
right.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Well, he didn't actually play for them, right?
No,
Did he
I
play
don't
a
even
game?
think he
No.
made it to Atlanta.
Yeah.
They just shipped him to Houston.
So disrespectful.
Right. That's right.
UFC champions and the compensation beef with the UFC has been long documented. One of the latest controversies or situations now is Francis Ngannou and Dana White and UFC brass. Can it be a reality that we see Francis leave the UFC, come the 22nd if he loses to Cyril Gane, and does he have the star power to carry another organization like Bellator or ONE?
Well, if he loses, he's a free agent.
Yeah.
And he would be able to leave, but the UFC can match any offer. If he wins, he has to stay till the end of 2022, which is still interesting. What if he's still the champion by the end of 22? Champion or not, he'll be able to leave, and that's something we've never seen before. So this is super interesting stuff. By the way, what if he loses like a split decision where he deserved to win, those kinds of decisions, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, now he can leave? Like the guy that everyone still considers a champion? I don't think it goes down that way, that fight, but that could be a real, like, those judges have a lot of pressure on their shoulders come January 22nd. So, yeah, it's a really interesting situation. Does he go to a Bellator? I don't think it makes sense. There's not, I mean, who's there for him to fight in Bellator, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense, but I think boxing would be something that interests him. It's definitely something that he's talked about in the past. And I think even if he loses a super close decision, who wouldn't want to be in business with Francis Ngannou? Who wouldn't want to sign him?
Yeah.
From
Tyson
one
Fury
to
had that tweet a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So I think even if he loses, the UFC is actually going to try and re-sign him. And I think if he wins, they're definitely going to try to re-sign him because they don't want him to walk away with the belt. So it's a really interesting time. And, maybe this changes the business. I don't know. I mean, things need to change in the business and fighters need to get paid better and all that stuff that I talk about all the time. But we've never quite seen a situation like this where a champion has the ability to potentially walk away as champion.
So going forward, we saw that unfortunately Max Holloway had to back out of his fight against Volkanovski. And I was just wondering, from your perspective, who do you think would be the best person to fill in? We've seen Henry Cejudo talk, Qatar is big, Korean Zombie. Who do you think would be the best matchup?
Well, I would love to see the Cejudo matchup, but it appears as though they're going to go in the direction of the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung, on April 9th. He's a fan favorite. Volkanovski really wants to fight him, so I think that's the direction they're going to go. But I would love to have seen the Cejudo matchup because it's historic seeing a guy go for a third title. Giga's out there. He's fighting this Saturday. I don't know if he's quite there just yet, but other than that, I think it would be incredible if Cejudo went out there and,
how wild
and fought.
would it be if he came back, won another belt, and then left
Oh
the
my
gloves
God.
on the mat?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And the UFC doesn't seem to want it. The UFC doesn't seem to want, a situation where a guy goes in there, wins another belt, and now all of a sudden vacates the title again, and they have to scramble to find a new champion. And I don't blame them, to be honest, because that creates a mess and it devalues the title.
Happened with your guy GSP.
Yeah.
It happened with my guy with GSP, and all of a sudden, he moved up, and they thought they had a deal that he would defend the title against Robert Whittaker if he beat Michael Bisping, and then he said he didn't want to, and it's kind of unfair because GSP did get sick. He got colitis, and I don't know if they leave him, whatever the case may be, but I think they learned a lot from that situation and said, hey, remember GSP tried to fight Khabib afterwards, and they're like, hell no, we're not going to do GSP versus Khabib because we're not going to want someone to walk away with our lightweight title if he wins.
Yeah.
There's a chance GSP can win. So I think they learned a lot from that situation.
Without bias, who wins that dream matchup between the Eagle and GSP?
At what weight?
Your weight?
Yeah,
at
weight?
what weight? That's a good question.
If it's at 155, then I would favor Khabib. If it's at 170, I would favor GSP.
That's fair.
Okay.
I guess you both in there. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I want to ask one more question. I meant to ask this along with the first question I asked you, because I actually had a situation with Eric Anders where things kind of went the wrong way after I shared my opinion after his disqualification recently. But how do you balance keeping the relationships with fighters after interviewing them and when to turn Helwani on them?
Well, I don't turn Helwani on like the relevant people. It's all the people, people who are trying to poke me or start a beef with me. Like, look, I'm not going up and walking up to fighters or tweeting fighters who I have respect for every single man and woman that does this profession, that competes in this sport. And I've never been the disrespectful type. But there is a point in my life where it's like, man, I'm not going to let someone incessantly lie about me, bend the truth, come after me, poke me, etc. And so you see, I mean, there's a theme with the people that I'm 10-7ing, if you will. And when it comes to like active fighters and stuff like that, I wouldn't dare, unless someone's like being truly disrespectful. And I love when people are like, hey, you wouldn't say that to their face. Like, first of all, like fighters aren't the type of people who just go around beating people up on the street. Like, they're not Neanderthals, number one. Number two, I have been the one to go up to people and say things to their face and then maybe say something in the show and then go up to, like, I've always been that guy. So I don't know what they're talking. They must be new to this. But I have the utmost respect. Let me be very clear. I have the utmost respect for all the men and women who compete, but I'm not going to let someone disrespect me time and again and think that they can get away with it. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care who you are. And you make it personal and you start talking about my stuff. Like, listen, I would love it if we got, to a point where like these Twitter beefs are nonsense. I roll my eyes at them all the time. I'm like begrudgingly getting involved, but some people they're begging for it. So Helwani, I should say, has to come out.
Like, I saw your tweet the other day talking about Dylan Dennis and him begging for followers and trying to get his clout up so he can make some money. And what is your perspective on people pushing that hard to try to get a fight with somebody like Jake Paul, or just trying to get paid and doing anything they can to gain clout?
It's embarrassing sometimes.
Yeah, you said it. I think there's a jealousy component. I think there's a component where they're just trying to get a fight, and this is the best way that they know how to do it. I think social media changes people. It's not the best way. It's not what the fans want to see. Fans want to see authentic rivalries and authentic beefs and all that stuff. And listen, I've told Dylan privately that I don't think he's going about his career the right way. He has his opinions. I have my opinions, and that's cool. He could do whatever he wants, and I wish him the best. And I think that if he can get healthy, he could be a draw in this game, but I don't agree with how he's been behaving. And I'm sure there's a mental health component to it all because he's been injured and he's probably frustrated that he can't get back in there. But like, why are you picking a fight with me? Why are you calling me names? Why are you talking about my family? Why are you doing this and that? And take that energy somewhere else. Oh yeah, yeah. He makes
Oh,
references to my wife and stuff like that, and I don't stand for that shit. So
No.
yeah, that kind of actually. I was gonna piggyback off you, Spencer, because they say Colby Covington, he's playing a role. Obviously, sounds like Dylan
yeah,
Dennis. That's not the case. This guy's just kind of immature.
yeah. Colby. I think Colby has become the gimmick. Um, Colby's not a big fan of mine now as well, which I think is interesting. If you're playing the heel and you get mad if someone criticizes you, then what kind of a heel are you?
Yes.
Like when you're playing the heel, you should be
Yeah.
welcoming the criticism, right?
Yeah.
But listen, I think people love to talk about my quote unquote beefs. I've been doing this now 15 years. Think about all the fighters that have come and gone. There's probably thousands of them at this point, and you could probably count the beefs on one hand. And I know they always get a ton of attention, but when you think about it, like the percentage is actually pretty great. And considering the personalities and considering how hostile it can be and how heated it can be, I am proud that I have been able, for the most part, to stay as professional as possible and not let them get to me.
That's why you're the GOAT.
That's just what I was
Yeah.
going to say. That's why you're the GOAT, man.
Can I ask this one real quick too? Because obviously guys aren't going to punch you in the face. You go to jail for that. You're not allowed to do that. But there is one guy you had a situation with who is a little bit out of his mind, and Mayhem Miller, and that awkward exchange that you guys had. What were you feeling in that moment? And has there been anything else like that before or since then?
Well, with Mayhem, I was confused because we always had a great relationship, and it didn't feel like he was all there in that moment. And unfortunately, his story has really taken a turn for the worse. So I was a little confused. I never really, honestly, I never have really thought that anyone was going to hurt me or hit me or anything like that. They understand the power that they have, and I think for the most part, they understand like what could happen. So, knock on wood, you never run into a situation like that. No one should ever be put in that situation. There have been some tense moments here and there with Nick Diaz, with Rampage, and these guys. The funny thing is, like, I have great relationships with all of them now, every single one of them. So, there's factors that come into play. Weight cutting, there's a lot of tension leading up to a fight. There's anxiety. There's things like that. So I try not to take it too personally, and I try not to let it get to me. But that was a weird one because like there was equipment involved, and he was getting in my face, and it was super intense.
Climbing on the desk and
yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy that people. I mean, like we're approaching 10 years since that moment happened. Like 9 years in September, and then it's crazy how time flies and how it still resonates with people, and people still bring it up. It also reminds me that I'm getting a little bit old. But I will always have a very soft spot in my heart for Mayhem, and I hope that he is able to turn around his life.
So getting back to Colby Covington, he just accepted a fight. Well, they inked a fight with Masvidal, and I was just wondering what you were more excited for, the Masvidal Covington fight or Izzy Whitaker 2?
I think Izzy Whitaker too. I'm really curious about that fight. I actually just spoke to Whitaker, so this is good timing because I had him on my show on Wednesday night, and I really liked what he had to say about the first fight and the mistakes that he made in the first fight, and his ego getting involved and kind of harming his performance, and how he's learned from that, and how he had a hatred for Izzy the first time they fought, and this time he won't, and how he learned from the Jan Blachowicz fight that there's sort of a blueprint to beat Izzy a certain way. So I mean, and I just think the stakes are higher, and Izzy has never lost at 185, and Whitaker looked so great since that loss. So I would have to say that fight. I think that fight is a bigger fight, and I think it will be a closer fight than the first time they fought.
Yeah, I actually agree because as much as I love Jorge, Colby's style or the wrestling style that he can put on him kind of makes it maybe not an exciting one. With Whitaker, Izzy, especially, I listened to that interview, by the way. Whitaker doesn't seem phased mentally at all, anywhere near what he was before. Because there was this drummed up fake beef, and everybody speaking on, them causing trouble between Australia and New Zealand with it too, and he just doesn't seem phased by it at all.
Yeah, I really liked his demeanor, and he's a very mature guy and a level-headed guy and a grounded guy. I don't know if, listen, Whitaker on his best day, I think could beat Israel.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if Israel's on his best day if Whitaker can beat him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if he catches him on the wrong day, then yeah, there's definitely a chance. I wish this fight was happening in Australia or New Zealand. That would be sick. It's a shame that it's happening in Houston. Houston's always a great crowd, but like, obviously it would be much better in a stadium over there. So a bit of a bummer, but yeah, I mean, I feel like we haven't, obviously it's been a while since we saw Izzy. It was June. It's a pretty long layoff for Izzy. And I think he's one of the biggest stars in the sport and one of the best fighters to watch. I mean, he's never in a boring fight. Even the Vettori fight was interesting to me, even though it went, 5 rounds and was pretty one-sided. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So who do you have your eyes on coming up in the UFC? Who do you think is going to be the next big star? Maybe not in the next year or so, but that's really building a case for themselves to push to stardom.
There's several people that come to mind. I mean, Ian Gary, I think, is a big star that's on the come up. A guy that they just signed, Mohamed Mokaev, is a big star, potentially to come. Islam Makhachev, I think, can be a champion by the end of the year. Khamzat Chimaev could be a champion at the end of the year. I think Usman still hasn't really scratched the surface on how big he can get. I think Ngannou hasn't scratched the surface on how big he can get. Honestly, I think there's a lot more room to grow there as well. I think Rose can even be a bigger star. I know she's champion, but I think she can even be a bigger star. There's a fighter named Marina Rodriguez at 115 who is really good, that has potential to be a champion too. Yeah, those are a few names that come to mind. Yuri Prochaska, 205. So, yeah, those are some names to watch out for.
Do you believe in your Bills this weekend? They had a loss to the Jags. The season wasn't the prettiest.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest, and they were going through some tough times, and they lost 3 of 4, and they did lose to the Jags, and they did lose to the Colts, who aren't in the playoffs, and they did lose to the Bucs on the road, and they did stumble against Tennessee Titans, and they did lose to the Steelers in Week 1. But guess what? They're the AFC East champs, back-to-back, Jack. They're on a winning streak. They're looking good. They're at home, and I love the revenge factor. The whole damn sport said that they were done after that Monday night game. Belichick walked in there and he was like, oh yeah, Mac Jones, we're going to just throw the ball 3 times and we're going to run on you guys and blah, blah, blah. And they had to listen to that crap, and they had to listen to every pundit who never watches a game talk about how they were done. Well, what happened? You saw what happened. They went to Foxborough, They got it back. And now for the first time in Buffalo Bills playoff history, we get to face the New England Patriots. And you know what? You wear that New York Knicks jersey. I don't know if you were a fan back in 1994, but this reminds me a lot of 1994. Michael Jordan was playing baseball and the Knicks were playing the Bulls, and they had to get over the Bulls to get to the finals. It was second round, so somewhat similar to this. And I know Jordan wasn't there, and I know Tom Brady wasn't there, but it feels like they need to exercise, or isn't there. I feel like they need to exercise these demons, these Patriot demons, once and for all, to fulfill and realize their destiny as Super Bowl champions in February. So I couldn't script this any better. I can't wait for Saturday night. Bring Bill Belichick, bring all the game plans, bring all the run game, bring all the tricks, bring that never was, never going to be Mac Jones to Orchard Park on Saturday, and you'll see what Bills Mafia has in store for the New England poser Patriots.
I got to do this real quick, Spence, because he's on fire right now. Can you holler at all the jabronis that haven't subscribed to the Woodward Heavyweights podcast yet? Can we get a
man
from Helwani?
Listen to me. If you're not subscribed to the Woodward, what is it? Give it to me again. Give it to me. Woodward what?
Woodward Heavyweights. This is episode 1, the inaugural. We had to bring out the GOAT for it.
And you got to bring out the big guns. If you are not subscribed to the Woodward Heavyweight podcast, get it right. No, I didn't get it right. Let me tell you something. If you are not subscribed, Woodward's. Let me do this again. If you are not subscribed to the Woodward Sports Heavyweight podcast, you are a 10-7 jabron. You are a never was. You are a never will be. You are someone who cannot even breathe in the same air as Helwani, because Helwani doesn't go on any kind of jabroni beaten show out there. Helwani goes on the number 1 heavyweight show out there. These two guys, they pay me a lot of money to say this. I just want to let you know.
I appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, thanks so much.
No problem, guys. Thank you for having me, and good luck to you guys.